Sure. Let's remember to check the weather first, okay? Well, that was encouraging. At least he was still talking about next time. And next time I took off on a trip with Michael, I promised myself we'd go someplace warm and tropical, where the nearest large body of water was the hotel swimming pool, not on a boat in the middle of the Atlantic. Well, several miles off the coast of Maine anyway. Hurricane Gladys had now headed out to sea and now subsided to a mere tropical storm. But if I'd bothered to check the Weather Channel before Michael and I set out for our weekend getaway, I could have picked a more promising spot. In fact, I could probably have done better just by sticking a pin in a map. "It's a deal," I said, smiling back as well as I could. He put his hand on mine for a few seconds, until another wave hit the boat and he had to grab the rail again. But I felt better, mentally anyway. Physically, well, I was trying to ignore another set of warning signals from my stomach. "Meg Langslow? Is that you?" I opened my eyes and turned to see two figures standing to my left, both wrapped from head to toe in state-of-the-art rain gear. They looked like walking LL Bean catalogs and were probably toasty warm and reasonably dry underneath. I tried not to resent this. "Yes," I said, peering through sheets of rain at the small portion of their faces visible under their hoods. "Meg, dear, don't you remember us? It's Winnie and Binky." "Winnie and Binky?" Michael repeated. I finally placed the names. Mr. and Mrs. Winthrop Saltonstall Burnham, a.k.a. Winnie and Binky, owned a cottage on Monhegan Island and were old family friends. Childhood friends of my grandparents, if memory served, which made them fairly ancient by now. And yet, there they stood, two sturdy round figures in yellow slickers, seemingly undisturbed by the driving rain, the frantic rocking of the boat, and the near gale-force winds. "Bracing, isn't it?" Winnie said, throwing out his chest and taking a deep breath, which was at least 1/4 rain. "Don't mind him, dear," Binky whispered, noticing my reaction. "Rough weather always makes him a little queasy, and he likes to put a brave front on it." "Oh, I don't mind the crossing," Winnie said. "I'm just hoping the weather doesn't spoil the bird-watching." "Bird-watching?" Michael said. "You're going out to Monhegan in the middle of a hurricane for bird-watching?" "Yes, aren't you?" Winnie asked. "It's been downgraded to a tropical storm," Binky said, "and this is the fall flyover season." "Oh, of course," I said. "The what?" Michael asked. "The fall flyover season," Binky explained. "Monhegan lies right in the path the birds take when they migrate north and south. There's a short time every spring and fall when the bird-watching reaches its peak, and birders come here from all up and down the eastern seaboard." "We have a cottage on the island," Winnie said. "We've been bird-watching here for 53 years. He and Binky exchanged fond smiles. "But if you're not here for the bird-watching, why are you going out to Monhegan?" Binky asked. "We wanted to get away from things," Michael put in. "Get some peace and quiet." "Some what?" Winnie shouted over a gust of wind that had evidently carried away Michael's words. "Peace and quiet," Michael shouted back. "Oh." They still looked at us with puzzled expressions. I sighed. I wasn't sure I even wanted to try explaining. The trip had seemed so logical a few days ago. My romance with Michael had reached the point where we wanted to spend a little time alone together. Okay, a lot of time. Just at the point when neither of us had a place to call our own. As a bachelor professor of theater in a college town with a chronic housing shortage, Michael had lived in relative luxury for the last several years by renting houses from faculty members on sabbatical. This year, alas, his landlords had suddenly realized